Good morning, guys, and welcome back to Smart Money Minds. It's a nice Saturday morning, and I'm up in the morning checking out some stocks and doing some stock reviews. And I'm just reviewing a stock that was in play, and a lot of people played it this week, and it was CEI. This stock went up ridiculous percentage here, about 230%, and then it dropped like 80%, and then it bounced 100%. So this was a stock in play, and let me tell you what mistake I made versus how I could have played this much better in the near future. And with a stock like this, that was the difference between having an 8% gain versus an 88% gain. And we'll look into this chart, and I'll show you the play that I made and how I myself could have improved for the future. So CEI was a very great technical play, and I'll show you what I did wrong and how to improve, and why that this was a very easy pattern play with great risk to reward. So let's check it out here on the daily time frame. We had a massive sell-off. We had 2 days ago, actually, on Wednesday, we had a short report that came in for Camber energy, and that's why we had a big bearish downtrend on this candle here, and another day of selling. So looking down from this high here all the way down here, I am definitely looking for a bounce move. Zooming in here on the 30-minute chart, this was on Wednesday, so we had selling continuous to 0.86 cents. So I wouldn't actually have bought anything here because it was continually selling. But you see that there was a pretty big aftermarket bounce. But if you missed that, there was a golden opportunity which I played here. So the next day, right over here, we're going to zoom in on the 5-minute chart because that's the clearest it showed. On the 5-minute chart, we had a move up, and basically there was no selling. And you see here that this pennant started to form, this equilibrium started to form and tighten up. My entry was at $1.30. My stop was at $1.25, just above this low here. As you see here that this was a tightening range, you had a very good opportunity here, because if you stopped out, that was a 5-cent loss. Really not that big of a deal. But if we had a breakout, we could have had a multiple percentage move. So you see here, even it went to 150, that was 20 cents gain versus a 5-cent loss. So that is a 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio. The reason I didn't enter too big of a position, number one, is that this thing moves very heavily. And also, I had some PTSD from just losses on previous days and on previous plays that I've made, and I didn't want to overexpose myself on such a volatile name. So what I did was I entered a 130, and I took my exit on the breakout of this pennant and above this new high at around 143. So from this point here, that was about a 10% move, I would say. 143, yeah, 10% move. So that was a really great gain for the day, and I decided to take the entire position off because I just wanted to settle in with my gain and not worry about it too much. And I was going to be away from my computer. But what I really should have done was taken half and set the rest at break even. Because if I took half here, look at this massive move. This set up another bull flag, which is a very bullish pattern, continued another bull flag, and check this out, it held up the 8 EMA the entire day. There was actually no reason to sell. And even if I set my stop at 130, back at break even, it never hit that point. And if you zoom out on the 30-minute chart here, let's zoom out and let's take a look. Look at this bull flag forming over here and holding the 8 EMA the entire way. So this would have been a swing trade, and I would have held on for the next day, and the next day it gapped up to $2.45. So if I have held from 130, even a couple of shares, this was an 88% move all the way up if I was managing to sell at $2.45. So the moral of the story is that this was a perfect low risk and great reward opportunity. We had an equilibrium pennant play, which basically had a 5-cent stop loss. And it basically, you just play the EMA, and if it broke the 5-minute uptrend, which it did here, 5-minute, well, it didn't really break the 5-minute uptrend, but it lost the 5-minute 8 EMA. You can zoom out on the 30, on the 15, and look at the EMAs there. Did it lose the EMAs here on this blue line? Which it didn't. But really, there was no reason to exit the trade, and swinging half was the way to go. And all I needed to do was take half my position off and leave runners, and until it basically ran up the next day, this would have been quite far extended, and I would have probably taken profit right at the beginning of the day, maybe 230, 240 range. That would be a ginormous winner on my account. And these are the plays that we need to look for as day traders, even if you're swing trading. Like, these are opportunities that don't come by very often. All you needed was one good trade for a 90% gain. In the comments below, let me know what your thoughts are on making trades like this, and let me know if you also played the stock on the way up or on the way down on CEI here. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more of these educational stock videos, and then we'll see you guys next time.